The Dallas Stars clean up in Denver. They win Game 4 by a final score of 5-1 to take a 3-1 series lead back home to Dallas. It was a dominating performance from the Stars once again. Let's break it down next on Locked On Stars.
Your Locked On Stars, your daily podcast on the Dallas Stars, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Howdy, Stars fans, and welcome back to another episode of Locked On Stars, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every single day. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm Joey Erickson, former producer of 105 Through the Fan. Please be sure to subscribe. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. And as always, thank you so much for making us a part of your day and making us your first listen. The Dallas Stars beat down the Avalanche on the road once again. They win Game 4 by a final score of 5-1, and the Stars have taken a stranglehold on this series. They now lead 3-1 with a chance to close it out at home in game number 5. My goodness, the Stars are making it look easy against a very good Avalanche team who, of course, was delivered some tough news before the start of Game 4 tonight, which we'll get into on today's episode. And now the Stars have a chance to close it out against a very good Colorado team and move on to the Western Conference Final for the second straight season. We'll get into everything that was Game 4 in just a bit. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Make every moment more. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 bet. That's $150 with any winning $5 bet. Visit FanDuel.com/LockedOn to get started. So we'll begin with the Val Nichushkin saga just about an hour before puck drop, and very, very unfortunate for Colorado, of course, and very unfortunate for Nichushkin as well. Just want to say, I hope Nichushkin gets everything he needs as he enters the player assistance program once again, and he'll be out for some time now, and hopefully he's able to get whatever he needs in order to get back, because he's such a good player. He is such a good player for Colorado, but he certainly needs some help, and hopefully he finds that, and hopefully he can return soon, because he's really, really good, and he's an important player to Colorado as well. And I think that kind of leads us into what transpired in Game 4. Colorado just did not look like themselves in the first 40 minutes of this hockey game. They were really sluggish. They just could not make plays. The goal they give up shorthanded is Wyatt Johnston pickpocketing Cale Makar, who, I mean, once again, locked on Wyatt Johnston. We're back. A couple of goals for the 21-year-old now. I don't know if you heard, but ESPN wants you to know that Wyatt Johnston turns 21 here this evening. So way to go, Wyatt Johnston. He was spectacular. He picks up a couple of goals on the night, and it's just hard work from him. It's hard work, determination, a beautiful setup by Robertson too on the power play goal. And that's all Dallas needed in this one. And the Avalanche just looked out of sorts all night. And you have to give credit to Dallas for the way they played, but I don't think you can underestimate the power of losing someone like Nichushkin and Devon Towes just before puck drop as well with an illness. And you think they have to be going through a lot of emotions. I'm sure some of them are angry, some of them are upset, and also they're worried about a teammate. I think we're all human, and his teammates have to be feeling for him. It happened against Seattle last year, and they struggled without him. He of course is a key cog in the wheel for Colorado, who just could not muster up anything against the Stars, because they were dominant. They were all over the place. The possession numbers looked more like what we saw against Vegas. Dallas playing with the puck. They were dictating, outchanced the Avalanche 35-27 on the night. And all they needed was to get a cushion, because Georgiev was playing superbly in the first period, but they get the shorthanded goal from Wyatt Johnston, and then they just carry that over into the second period. I mean, just working the Avalanche to death in the offensive zone. They draw a couple penalties, and Dallas is able to take advantage. And then from there, Dallas just kind of walked this to the finish line. Look, I mentioned it earlier today. Who's the better team? And I thought Dallas is a really good team. I think they're better. By how much, I don't know. They made it look really, really easy tonight in Game 4 against a team that just lost Game 3 on home ice. And they just went in there and went to work. They went to work, and they take Game 4 by a final score of 5-1. And once again, it's everything that we've been accustomed to so far throughout the postseason. You're getting some depth scoring. Wyatt Johnston's just a complete beast. Ottinger continues to be great. 24 saves on 25 shots. And it was kind of clinical down the stretch once again. And the Stars get rewarded away from their own building. Miro Heiskanen, a 3-point night. Let's not forget about him. He scores the seeing eye wrister in the second period. He ends up with 4 blocks along with Harley. And you look at the game scores, I mean, it is all Dallas Stars in this one. Miro with a 6.21 game score. Just a dominant performance from him. 1.71 expected goals forward. Of course, a goal and a couple of helpers. He's been tremendous and does not get talked about enough, and maybe doing this against Cale Makar and the Avalanche, he'll get a lot of eyeballs on him. And I mentioned it before the series too. Heiskanen has to outplay Makar, or at least play on the same level. And they've kept Makar off the score sheet now for 3 straight games. Heiskanen has had his fingerprints all over the score sheet here in the series. He scored in all 4 games. I mean, he's a defensive wizard. His stick is just an appendage of his body, and he makes all the right plays, and the Stars make all the right plays. I mean, simple stuff from Dallas. Simple plays, off the wall and out, high flips, survive a bit, keep Colorado to the outside. If they want to shoot 20-foot wristers, allow it. Otter's going to save most of them, and you clean up in front. You tie up sticks. You get them frustrated. Your special teams is brilliant once again. 2 power plays for Colorado in 1 shot, and I know they missed the net a few times, but Dallas ended up blocking what? I think it was 28 shots on the night, and they win it by getting a shorthanded goal. It's just really, really special stuff from Dallas. And Wyatt Johnston scores a power play goal and shorthanded goal. In NHL history, by the way, as well, Jaromir Jagr, Jordan Staal, Jeremy Roenick, and Brent Suter have scored more Stanley Cup playoff goals before their 21st birthday than Wyatt Johnston. And I believe he was the only one to also score a shorthanded goal and power play goal besides Wayne Gretzky. So there you go. He continues to just join incredible company. And it's just game after game. And I've said it, he is elite. He's going to be a top 5 center iceman in this game. And he's doing it against McKinnon, and he's doing it against a Colorado team that, look, was not the Avalanche tonight. It was not Colorado. And I'm just intrigued to see Game 5 now, because what Colorado team are we going to get? They seem to be maybe distracted by the outside here tonight, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Can they show up for 3 more games? They have to beat a Dallas team 3 times in a row. Man, that is a very, very tough task. And I think Dallas is just clearly better, especially without Nichushkin and Towes, which is easy to go out on a limb there. I just think they're better even with them on the ice. I truly believe that. Dallas is just a better team. They're deeper. They're more cohesive. They play as one unit defensively, and they just chip in from everywhere offensively. Dadonov gets a goal tonight, which pretty much iced it. And then you have your big guys that come through in Johnston and Heiskanen. Chris Tanev continues to be a complete beast on the back end. I mean, what more can you say? It's really special stuff. They outshot Colorado. It was 28 to 14 in the first 40 minutes. It's going to win you a lot of hockey games. Going to win you a lot of hockey games. By the way, I apologize if there's sort of a rumbling where I'm recording. The AC is on, and I think it's just hitting the microphone. So sorry if it feels like or sounds like there's wind within the building. But who cares? Who cares with the way the Stars played tonight? Fantastic stuff. They take a 3-1 series lead. They have Colorado by the throat and a chance to dispatch them in 5 games upcoming here on Wednesday at home. What a victory. Please let me know how you feel in the comment section below. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Never miss an episode of Locked On Wyatt Johnston. A couple of goals once again for the now 21-year-old. He's turning 21, guys. If you haven't heard enough, Wyatt Johnston can now have a beer, and maybe he deserves it more than any other 21-year-old in the entire world at this point in time. Okay, let's jump into how Pete DeBoer and company is just they have Colorado. They have them right where they want them, and now a chance to do it once again and finish it off. We'll do that in just a moment. Today's episode of Locked On Stars is brought to you by FanDuel. It's winner take all time in the NBA and NHL, and FanDuel's giving you a shot to bring home a big win of your own. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 bet. That's $150 to bet on spreads, money lines, player props, and more. Visit FanDuel.com/lockedon and make every playoff shot count. What are you waiting for? Get in on the action this postseason while you're watching the Stars, while you're watching the Mavs, who unfortunately lost to Oklahoma City here tonight. Bet on the postseason and win some money while you're enjoying the Stars and Mavericks postseason run. As I mentioned, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 bet. Hey, probably should have bet on Wyatt Johnston as a Conn Smythe. There's a lot to go, but you may be able to make some really, really good money on that bet if you made it before the playoffs started. So if you haven't, go ahead and do it right now on FanDuel. $150 to use on spreads, money lines, and player props. Visit FanDuel.com/lockedon to make every playoff shot count. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. So Pete DeBoer continues to just roll with the same lineup time and time again. And why would he fix it, or why would he change it at this point with the way his club has played? Roope Hintz, of course, left the first period with an upper body injury. He played one shift in the second and was questionable to return. And he did not return for the remaining the remaining 2 periods of game 4. So we'll have to see how serious it is. He took a cross check from Sean Walker, but there's supposedly another play just prior to that where he took a shot to the wrist, which may have had a lasting effect as well. Maybe it's precautionary, but obviously not a great sign if you're the Stars. Of course, you love that you won this game and you gave yourself a little bit of a cushion in this series now, but who knows how long Roope Hintz is going to be out now. That obviously will be a big loss, and it comes at a time where he was finally starting to get a rhythm. So we'll see. We'll have to see how long he will be out here in the near future, but not an update as of now. All we know, it is a upper body injury. But Dallas has, I think, tactically figured out how to play Colorado, and it's just force someone other than 29-8 to beat you. And when they have the puck, force them to be brilliant, force them to be perfect. And Dallas played almost a flawless game here tonight. And even when Makar and McKinnon are dancing and they look really cool and they're just buzzing around, doesn't really lead to much. Doesn't generate to a ton. They get some shots through, and Otter is there to clean it up. But they have been fantastic in the neutral zone. They've been great on their forecheck. Colorado is forced to hit the red line and dump pucks in. They have no time and space to create plays. When they do, it gets squashed immediately on the rush, especially Tanev. The amount of times he just shut down plays, body on body, take the puck away, move it to Lindell, and it's out the other way, and the Stars are attacking. Just real simple stuff. And it just gets better and better and better as the postseason rolls along. And who knows what Colorado team we're going to get now. I'm waiting for them to really have a huge push. I mean, the Stars could have won the series if they didn't blow a 3-goal lead in game one. At some point, you expect that push from Colorado, and we haven't really seen it. We haven't seen it, and win because they are running out of time. And look, you have to give Dallas credit. They've been incredible. The Stars have been fantastic, but at the same time, that is not the best version of the Colorado Avalanche. We can all agree on that. That's not the best version. But the Stars made it look really easy and went into Ball Arena and just swiped 2 games from Colorado, and now they head back home with a chance to close it out. Special stuff. And it's truly rinse and repeat. Get a lead, shut it down. Otter will give you 1 now, maybe 2. And we can take a win and move on. It's becoming clearer that Dallas is just a better team. And we saw that against Vegas. And I touched on this earlier as well in my Game 4 preview episode. How much better is Dallas than Colorado? Because I think they were better than Vegas, but I don't know if it's a bigger margin than Colorado. I thought the Stars were a skosh better than Vegas. I think it's pretty sizable against the Avs. And I touched on it a lot. A first round series could be the hardest series they face. Vegas was so deep, but Dallas was as well. And they got more contributions from their fourth line, and they got better play overall. But I mean, they dominated tonight. And what you have to think that Colorado is viewing as sort of a must-win game, because going down 3-1 can sometimes be a death sentence. And series is still far from over. It's still far from over. You think you're probably going to get Towes back unless he's still out with an illness. Nichushkin is a huge blow, but they did get Drouin back, who I thought had a very good night in his return. He hadn't played in the postseason yet, and I thought he looked rather good for Colorado. He looked fresh and made some plays for them, but it wasn't going to be enough after Dallas built themselves a lead, and they shut it down from there. Heiskanen now has 12 points in 11 playoff games. That's second among defensemen with Cale Makar, and then of course Evan Bouchard of Edmonton. So fantastic stuff. Really, I'm speechless to a lot of degree. just due to the fact that, I mean, they went in there and just took it. They said, you're not better than us. We're going to win this hockey game tonight. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Dallas made it look really, really simple. And as I said again, and I'll say it over, it's just special. It's special. Wyatt Johnston, my goodness, just dominating every single shift. And I'd be remiss not to mention the new Shane line, who is great. Sam Steele, who I thought was excellent tonight, especially on the PK. He gets rewarded with an empty netter. Would have loved to see Wyatt bury it for the hat trick, but kudos to him for dishing it off to Steele for the win. I mean, just all around, everybody had a really, really good night. This is one of the few games a year where you can just, everybody had a great night. And you didn't have to play everybody to death, so to speak. Miro still led the way with 26 minutes, but Harley played 24. Lindell and Tanev just played over 21. So you didn't have to throw anybody in the blender. Lundqvist played over 6 minutes, which has to be a high. I would think has to be a high so far throughout the postseason. So all in all, a fantastic game. You're able to save some legs here the rest of the way. And Dallas wins game 4 by a final score of 5-1. But the toughest task is at hand now. Can you close them out? Can you win that 4th game? Always the toughest to win. We'll jump into that in just a moment. Today's episode of Locked On Stars is brought to you by Policy Genius. Policy Genius is the country's leading online insurance marketplace. It saves you time and money so you can provide your family with a financial safety net starting today. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $292 per year for $1 million of coverage. Some options offer same-day approval and avoid unnecessary medical exams. Policy Genius helps you compare your options with top companies, and their licensed experts are on hand to help you talk through it. Talk to a team of award-winning agents who will walk you through the process step by step. They give you unbiased advice. They have no incentive to recommend one insurer over the other, so you can trust their guidance. Thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot from customers who found the best fit for your needs. Your needs are going to be different from the neighbor, from your friend, from even your mom and dad, so to speak. Your needs are going to be different, so Policy Genius will find the perfect life insurance policy for you that fits your needs. So check life insurance off your to-do list in no time with Policy Genius. Head to policygenius.com/LockedOnNHL or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/LockedOnNHL. I'll be honest, I had a great feeling about tonight. I had a weird feeling that the Stars were gonna pull through, and of course there was some circumstances I had no idea about with Towes and Nichushkin, which of course made the task at hand a bit more achievable. But this team is just rolling, folks. They are rolling. They were out shooting Colorado at 22-4 1 point. It really is phenomenal stuff. And they have a chance now to close it out at home. You don't want to have to go back to Colorado for game 6. I assume we're going to get the best version of Colorado here in game 5. I'm assuming that. I feel like I've said that throughout the entire series. So how is that going to look? They have a lot of Stanley Cup pedigree within their locker room. You're going to get a last-ditch effort to keep their season alive, and the Stars are now tasked with trying to finish it off. And I talked about it a lot leading into the postseason. Stars need to beat somebody quickly. They need to beat one team rather quickly, really for a lot of reasons. Obviously, rest. Injuries. You can get healthier and you don't you don't have the opportunity to get injured, so to speak. Vegas, of course, took you 7 games. You don't need to, but you want to finish Colorado off in 5. Hope Edmonton, Vancouver, which looks likely to at least, it's going to have to go 6 here with it tied 2-2. Maybe it goes 7. You get a few extra days of rest, and Dallas can get maybe 5 to possibly 6 days of rest if they win on Wednesday night, which of course would be ginormous. Okay, it doesn't have to go 6 games. Excuse me, I forget. Vancouver is still a game behind, because why would Dallas start later than Edmonton? Anyways, okay, I digress. That's a whole nother conversation I don't want to get into in this at this point. But Oilers, Vancouver could finish off in 5 games, but I don't really see that happening. I think that one at least goes 6. So you can get a few extra days, and you can be the Colorado entering the Western Conference Final, which I think would pay dividends for Dallas. And of course, this is all hearsay, or at least all theoretical at this point. Still have to beat Colorado, but if you can finish this off in 5 games, well, it does a lot. Because Otter some rest, because Stars have not gotten 2 days off in a row since, I believe, in between the games 2 and 3 against Vegas. They could use 48 hours or more here just to reset in between rounds. But of course, they have to get through Colorado first. So that, of course, is at stake. And also, you don't want to get cute. You don't want to get cute at this time of year. We saw the last time Stars went up 3-1 on Colorado. They forced it to a game 7, and you need Kiviranta to score a hattie to finish him off. You would love to end the dramatics here quickly, but man, they have a chance to do it, and they have a chance to do it in style with the way they are playing. It is just such good hockey from the Dallas Stars. It is so fun to watch. And it's so rewarding for Dallas and Stars fans everywhere, and all of us just watching this product every single night. Something we saw for a lot of the regular season, and it's just coming to life. What we saw for 82 games this year, and it's translating. They're a 4-line team. They're so deep, and they're basically playing 5 defensemen, and they can score from anywhere by anyone. They can shut down the best opposing offenses in the Western Conference every other night. And Jake Ottinger has been fantastic. He's been fantastic, folks. He's been amazing. He's been downright amazing for the Dallas Stars. And it truly is just, it's team wins night in and night out. And of course, Wyatt Johnston steals a lot of the show, but it's everybody. The willingness to block shots. Pavelski late, kicking his leg out to block a shot on Makar. Robertson playing with an edge. Talk about Jason Robertson having some grit. Just throwing his body weight around. Hammering guys. When you have Jason Robertson throwing his weight around, everybody's bought in. And I mean, everybody is bought in. And you can't say good enough. You can't say enough things about each one of these guys up and down the lineup. I mean, from the goaltender in on out, it's fantastic stuff. And look, I know I'm sitting here just absolutely gawking over the Dallas Stars. It's hard not to, folks. I would love to sit, I don't mind being critical when I think need be. I mean, should have got the shutout. Is that what I could say? That should have shut him out, but that's a tough task. And yeah, Dallas is a damn good team, folks. Damn good team. And I can feel it. You can feel it. I can see it in your comments on every single video. This is the best Stars team I've ever watched. And I watched the 99, 2000 Stars. I mean, you just start to get a feeling that, man, they have a look. They have a look. And we knew that. Coming in, the answers lied at this time of year, and they are answering them with flying colors. Did not get off to the best start, going down 2-0 to Vegas. But look, they won 4 out of the next 5. And here you go. The Stars are up 3-1 on Colorado now. A chance to close out the series on Wednesday night at home. Stars take game 4 by a final score of 5-1. They are 4-1 on the road in the postseason. Not too shabby for the best road team in the National Hockey League. Wyatt Johnston once again continues his greatness. Miro Heiskanen with a 3-point night, along with Wyatt Johnston, the 2 pillars of the Dallas Stars in the future, Wyatt Johnston and Miro Heiskanen. What a night. It's late. Time for me to hit the hay. Time for me to wrap it up. Thank you, as always, for joining us on Locked On Stars. Hit that notification bell. Hit the subscribe button. Never miss an episode. Follow Locked On Stars on Twitter, along with Joey the Jet 19. Thank you, as always, for tuning in and listening to me ramble. Always appreciative. Having a ball so far in this postseason, and Dallas makes it really easy when they have performances like this. We'll see you on Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Probably throw out a Game 5 preview for you, and of course, a live reaction as usual. Enjoy your Tuesday or your Wednesday now. Or it's Tuesday. I don't know what day it is half the time, but enjoy your day off of Stars hockey, and then we'll get back to it. Have a great rest of your week. We will see you tomorrow. So long, Stars fans.